I don't have a lot of footage between Tuesday and Friday. This is because the main festival pretty much ended Tuesday night, and after a while, I kind of got tired of, bringing my camera with me all the time and taping everything. So I apologize for those who expected me to have a movie every single day. But anyway, this video is basically just summarizing what I didn't tape. After the awards ceremony on Tuesday, I went to Stubbs Barbecue for the festival closing party. Now, initially I was turned away because I had my camera with me, and they didn't allow the camera for copyright reasons. But eventually I went back to my hotel room and got in. Moby and Addictive TV did some DJ sets, and they were pretty cool. And I also got a chance to chat with Ken Osborne and Jess Wexler, known for her work in the movie Teeth and the show Nip and Tuck for a little while. Wednesday I went to see two movies, Wesley Willis's Joyrides and Present Company. In the former, I learned a lot about Wesley Willis. The movie had interviews with Wesley, members of his family, and friends, and it was almost, watching it, it was like Wesley is still alive, but he's dead. He's still alive. Watching it, it was like he was still very much alive. Anyway, if you're a big Wesley Willis fan, you definitely want to check that out. I also managed to capture some footage of the theater showing Present Company before I was asked to put my camera away. So here's some of the footage I did get. Present Company is about a couple with a child who are having a hard time coming to the realization that their relationship is over. Present Company is kind of unusual for a mumblecore film, since, if you've ever seen the movies, they're usually artists or, have white-collar occupations, if you will. But in this case, the characters in this movie work in service jobs and work in construction, so I thought that was kind of different and unusual. And and I'll be honest, it wasn't my favorite movie at the festival, but I'm interested in seeing some of Frank Ross's other films. I should add that Frank Ross tried to vouch for me to let me use my camera, but unfortunately the volunteer would have none of what he had to say. But I'd like to thank Frank anyway. Alright, Thursday I saw two movies. One is called My Effortless Brilliance and Love Songs. Of the two, I have to say that I like Love Songs more. It's a musical about a couple who decides to engage in a menage a trois because they feel like they're kind of in a rut in their relationship. One of my favorite actresses, Ludivine Sanjay, is in the film, but she's not really in the movie that much. But it's a good movie, and I believe right now it's on IFC On Demand. And on Friday, I also saw two movies, Mr. Lonely and the documentary Dreams with Sharp Teeth. Directed by Harmony Korine, Mr. Lonely is a poignant story of a Michael Jackson impersonator who is deeply dissatisfied with his life. He meets a Marilyn Monroe impersonator, and she invites him to spend time with her family on a commune with her husband, Charlie Chaplin, and her daughter, Shirley Temple. Some of the other commune inhabitants include Queen Elizabeth, Sammy Davis Jr., Madonna, Little Red Riding Hood, James Dean, the Pope, the Three Stooges, and Abraham Lincoln. I swear I'm not making this up. That actually is in the movie. And it's really good. I believe it's supposed to be coming out very soon, so if you get a chance, go see it. Mr. Lonely displays a maturity and reflectiveness never before seen in Harmony Korine's work. Because if you're familiar with Harmony Korine, he tends to be very much about the shock factor, and although he is a little bizarre here, it's less about the shock factor this time. But to top it all off, what I didn't know when I was watching that movie was that Steve Buscemi was in the same theater as I was. Yes, Steve Buscemi, and I did not know until I got into the line at the Paramount Theater to see the other movie I saw, Dreams with Sharp Teeth, which is a documentary about Harlan Ellison. I admit I wasn't too familiar with Harlan Ellison's work other than having read that at one point he was assigned to write Valley of the Dolls, and then his draft got rejected because it was too realistic. Anyway, I kid you not. But anyway, after seeing this documentary and seeing him chat with Harry Knowles, in which I totally embarrassed myself, and yes, Harlan, I know what you mean by the Emperor has no clothes. Um, Now I'm very interested in picking up some of his books. If anybody has recommendations, here's my email address. Finally, I saw on Saturday a rough cut of the VH1 documentary, The Night James Brown Saved Boston. The rough cut I saw was longer and went much more in depth than the movie I saw on VH1 last weekend. I can understand that some of that stuff got cut for time reasons. I'm told it's supposed to be on DVD later this year, so when that happens, put it on Netflix. However, I will say the movie I saw didn't have Dennis Haysbert's narration either. But anyway, I met the director, who also directed the U.S. versus John Lennon, afterward, and we had a brief conversation. So I think that pretty much covers what I did not take. I hope so far you've enjoyed my videos. I still have a few more videos to go, and thank you.